Welcome to this week's episode of the Crit Files, your once weekly follow-up podcast to the hit in at the end. We are fresh from beneath the witch's house, where we slayed Scooby-Doo and the Beedrills. What are they called? Yeah, Pokemons?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I imagine.
A dark Cthulian kind of Beedrill. I love the idea of these when
Ash
I
has
came
never
up
seen
with them.
these.
You know, just like injecting little bugs into people.
Yeah, it's the grossest thing in the world.
It's so
in fact,
gross.
My friend sent me a video today of we all know about those parasites that will like sting a beetle and then drive it because it ate up its brain and all that.
Yeah, like from The Last of Us.
Sure. Yeah, like the.
You're not watching the hit HBO show based off the video?
I did start it.
Check it out. I've heard really good things.
Pretty fucking good.
I started it.
Good.
On the second episode.
But
I hear the third's a doozy.
Toxoplasma is one of those.
Yeah. But like this video was nasty. The whole back end of this thing was hollowed out, like just rotted.
Yeah.
And it was walking like it was the most eerie, disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. And that's about to happen to Simon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You got a bug in you.
The thing I kept thinking of when you were talking about it's got these things on it, like the boils or whatever. I kept thinking of you guys ever heard of a bot fly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's what I kept imagining.
Cincy.
Yeah. I
wanted something just real gross.
Well, you did it.
Yeah.
Hey, watch out for your cable here. Excellent. Well, I for one was really stoked. Like, I for some reason forgot we were at the witch's house, and that just made it.
Yeah, I completely forgot exactly where we were.
It made it so much more exciting when we got there to just remember that we had some like true fucking evil to slay. Now,
I was very happy. Ace got to just be, the person that knows everything because I miss being that person.
Yeah.
And I just spit some fact that I wholeheartedly think is right.
Yeah, for sure. We got a couple chances here to be some heroes. We rescued Carl.
Yeah.
And how do you guys feel about beating this dog's ass?
I actually, this was one of my favorite combat sessions in a while. Even though Simon went down, I really like these ones where you're forced to strategize and get creative about okay, what are we doing?
When was the last time you ever went down like this?
Like last session? Like every session before this one?
Oh, no. Yeah, it's coming back to me.
Yeah. I don't know. But it was in a previous season or something. It's been a while.
Yeah. I felt really bad for this guy because I thought I was making a connection.
Did you really? Honestly?
Because it really didn't seem like
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's not like you were hitting a brick wall.
It seemed like he was on board with you helping him.
Yeah.
But the barrier was the fact that he would not budge on the eating children thing.
He needs children.
I was thinking we agreed to get him some kids and then just break that deal.
See,
the witches' deals are powerful because they have magic. We're not as magic as a witch. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. And we're not necessarily tied to a
I feel
morality.
if I understood that, I might have let it go further, but Ace definitely wouldn't have.
It's okay. Our one sentence conversation back and forth is yes, children, of course, magic, yeah.
I do want to know, what was this creature?
It was a Barghest.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is aligned with
Okay.
goblins. It's
Right.
something that seeks out goblins and fights them. So I just changed it to this.
Cool.
It was really cool. When you said man face, I instantly thought Manticore.
Sure, yeah.
Because they're renowned.
But there's
for
more.
their
Yeah,
man
it's
face.
like a dog-like creature with kind of this face to it.
I love finding out what the creature is and then looking up its stats and stuff.
Yeah.
I just think that's
Yeah, for sure. I love the idea too of the monster under the monster. You know what I mean? Like the monster under the witch's house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know why that was so evocative to me. And we had a choice. Do we go up and beat the witch's ass?
Yeah.
I don't know if we really I didn't seem like we were supposed to go down in the basement right away.
No,
I definitely
no.
that was a thing, right? There's going to be a cellar door at a witch's house.
Yeah.
And I knew that this is going to be down here, and so it was a choice. Absolutely, you could either go through the front door, see what's going on in there, or you can go downstairs and see what's going on down there.
I like that we're taking care of the reason she had to kill kids.
Yeah.
You know, but
So, yeah,
we don't know
up
what.
with that.
We might be helping her. She might be a good person.
There
and
might
she's
be an
under a curse.
opportunity to go up there and be like, hey, yo, we killed that thing that was possessing you to kidnap these children. You can let them all go now.
But he was bound by her magic.
Yeah, she made the contract with him.
Because I was like,
true.
you can make a new deal. And he's like, no, she has magic. Her deals are strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so it sounded like he was being more compelled than she is. Because I was thinking the same thing. It's like, there's a thing under the house. Yeah, this is Call of Cthulhu. This is fucking
100%.
Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Kill the thing under the house. Free the mind up top. And we can move on. But I think it's vice versa this time.
Yeah, I don't know if we made the right decision. I mean, we'll find out, and it probably was the wrong decision. But
Do we know what the gestation period is of these little worms?
You're not sure. You haven't seen these before.
No, this is a good chance
It's
for
all-
science.
all very-
I'm gonna
yeah,
raise
really
it.
good chance
I'm gonna
for
raise
science.
it. And
Nice.
you're gonna incubate it in
Yeah.
your body.
Yeah, don't touch.
He's going to become a
this
swarm
This has
druid.
gone
Yeah.
real
Or a swarm
Lovecraftian.
ranger.
Yeah.
I think this
I'm
is more
embracing
like
my class.
this is
feature.
really more like Master and Commander when they go to the
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god.
Okay, really? That's where we draw the line.
Out of spite, I will never watch that movie.
Wow. Okay, we got to talk about shit all day, but the moment I start talking about a cinematic masterpiece starring Russell Crowe, no. Anyway,
The cinematic masterpiece. All right, well,
anyway. So what do you guys think? We're gonna go upstairs now. Do we need a rest?
yeah.
You guys needed a rest at the beginning of this.
I could
Yeah,
use
we
a
got
rest, yeah.
royally fucked
I do
up.
need some spells back.
I
I've wasted
am-
a lot of spells. This is
I'm
like
at
the,
half-life.
Oh, that's pretty low. This is like the second or third time where I've been like compelled duel. This is a ace in the hole, and then they're like save, and I'm like, oh shit.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I take this piece of shit spell? We'll see. One day I'll compel a very non-wise person to stick around. So where are you guys at with this whole thing? How do you feel about being heroes? How do you feel about rescuing Carl and maybe sticking it and helping the people of this town?
There's a part of me that really likes that we're saving some young teenagers.
Yeah.
Like we were
Yeah.
when we first started adventuring. I
We're
think that's
not
really
much
cool.
older than teenagers in a
Yeah,
way. You
we're,
know? Like,
we're pretty young ourselves,
Yeah.
and like we had experiences at their age that were us being heroes, which I think is really neat.
yeah, and maybe this is their opportunity to become heroes themselves too. You know, so
This is the inspiration to adventure.
yeah, absolutely. This is their call.
Jory, Carl, and
Alex,
Deanna.
is the hag, is she really hard?
I looked up her stats today. They're solid.
That's not
Was the
comforting.
fiend I
Yeah.
detected before this guy?
That's a good question.
It
That is a really
might have
good
been.
question.
Although we went pretty far down. And,
Well,
and
he
wasn't
didn't-
your thing within 60 feet? Or
Well, no. Well, I don't remember, but
oh, no,
basically
yours
he
was
just said
60
it's somewhere in the house, and I think by a liberal definition, that could still be construed of in
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah.
I would say that you do know that most witches are fiendish in nature. Their power will give that off.
Of course.
Did anyone else ever say that she was a witch besides us?
No.
I don't remember.
I think we just
I
started.
don't know if the
calling
parents
her
did
that.
or not.
I think we just kind of landed on defining her
Yeah,
as a
she's
witch.
a witch because she kidnaps children.
I started using the word pretty quickly. Just
Do you
because of
remember
like,
that the parents said that she would take care of them before?
Yeah.
yeah.
It was only recently that she didn't let them go was the problem.
Oh, so maybe she's possessed by something.
Right. And Ben knows what it's like to, make pacts with things, So maybe she made a pact. She got in over her head, whereas Ben gets to retain a little bit of his personhood. This person doesn't, There's a little bit of sympathy to be had there. And that's where Benno is always approaching this type of stuff, is like he feels kind of bad and sympathetic, and he sees where they're coming from. They need to be stopped because they're evil, but,
Valen's going to smash her face in. I don't think he really cares.
with your schmammer.
With my schmammer.
Going back to the beginning of combat, I feel like it played out exactly how the group works. Him kind of stepping in and taking over, and just saying, "I'm gonna beat the tar out of this thing," even though you're trying to.
Yeah. Somehow
in
I
the
once
middle
again
of the action
Yeah.
and try and calm everything down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
somehow I did once again end up as a character with a lot of charisma. So But this time I swing weapons.
But you did a lot of charisma stuff today. I feel
I did more than I have before,
good.
so that was nice. Because I haven't got to roll a lot of charisma checks because everybody is like, "Nah, this is what we're doing,"
And I feel like I need to address.
You are the leader. We get it.
People misunderstood me last time when I said something about Simon being a leader. It's only in terms of survival and navigation that he's thinking that.
I don't know. I honestly kind of think Simon is the leader of this group.
Maybe morally.
I was going to say morally, but you killed 2 people in our hometown.
Well, I mean,
trying to
there
do
were
the right thing for his friends.
Yeah, okay. How many extenuating circumstances are we going to extend to every murderer in the party? You know,
Are you going to hold it against Simon? Is that what this is?
No.
No, it's okay. Valen's body count has gotten way higher now.
That's true. We're all keeping notches on our belt.
I killed plenty of bugs. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
You know what? I would gotta say I do really like that fight. How that turned out.
I did too.
I forgot that thing had dimension door, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect.
I'm so glad you remember.
You know, like
It worked out
because it was
great for Simon.
that thing was going to be dead in a turn. Absolutely, with all of you ganging up on it, it was going to be dead in a turn. Yeah. And so I put it at the other end, and now there's these things you have to get through the flies. You have to deal with these things.
Yeah,
and
wear
it
us
all
down.
Came together. It was very I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
felt really
It was
good.
a fun fight.
It felt really
definitely
good.
fun.
Well
Yeah.
balanced, like the hard enough.
Yeah.
You know,
We're
without a TPK.
Yeah, doing all of the crazy like movement stuff that I have to do is like, I really wish there was a board.
Right.
And I could move my character because like
It's hard to
picturing it in my head like with all of the movement that I have to do. With the type of barbarian I am, with the mobile feat and the glaive, like it's really
There's
difficult.
a lot of nitty gritty.
Yeah, it's like, well, I need to be like this distance from these things, but this distance from these things.
Would it be beneficial? I know we've done this before in the past. Are you guys down? Do you want it? I have a big whiteboard that I can bring in.
Well, as long as
that's-
North is in the right place.
yeah.
I mean that's the thing, right?
Don't go
It's easy enough to do a board. Like I've got
Like with that,
It just
I've got
slows
a-
things
like
down.
putting
but
a dot
it's
where
just
things
there's
are.
a slowness to it that where it does elongate combat.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Maybe
and
we
I've
just
tried to
use it
lean
for
into
Sparingly.
Maybe we just use it for Milo.
And if we do it
I-
just for Milo, we're doing it for
But
in essence
no,
for everyone.
I think it's fine. Me and Alex like communicate.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I want this. Can I do
I
that?
Give you right.
You had it. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
I'm lenient with it, and I've usually got a little map I'm using,
Yeah.
just to kind of like
There was a little bit of give and take too. There was a couple times he was like, "No, you can't do that," and then there was another time he's like, "Well, okay, yeah, sure."
Yeah.
If
So-
you're close enough to being able to do it, then I allow it.
And with my 35 feet, it's like it's quite a bit of movement that I have as like a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially-
Having it be more than most things is helpful.
Yeah.
In just gauging
Wiggly.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you've got just enough to be able to do a little more.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Like I can catch up with some kids that are running down the hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got 35 feet.
I loved that because that was the kids just trying to figure out what was going on, and
like,
then you
"Oh,
all
come
started
here."
talking, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna go, they're gonna leave.
It definitely changed our attitude when we found out the steps were moving
Yeah,
away
yeah, and they get quieter and
instead
quieter.
of 2.
Yeah.
Running?
Yeah.
I'll get them.
It sounds like we would have found the dog either way, though. So
Yeah, we were
Right.
heading
Yeah.
in that direction.
We were
So,
being pretty rowdy.
maybe we didn't need to go talk to those kids. We could have just beaten, and we would have walked
saved
in there, and
Carl.
Scooby would have been like, "Oh, you brought us a dog," or I mean a kid, whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Fuck.
It
Oh,
was
yeah,
fun
it's a
to
good
just
thing
like
we didn't
dive
go
into
that
that
way.
goo.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, all right, well, it didn't kill Simon, so I'm gonna dive in.
Yeah. No, that worked out really well, and it felt good to break it open with a divine smite.
That was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Well, is there anything else for the good of the order? No? Well, thanks, guys, for sticking with us through the Crypt Files. Be sure to check out dndpodcast.org for access to all of our episodes, past and present, as well as the Crypt Files Inbox, our weekly TTRPG-themed blog. And if you don't feel like checking the website for new content, hey, well, let us do the work for you. Just subscribe to our newsletter, and you will receive weekly messages with the latest updates. Sign up at dndpodcast.org/subscribe. And if you'd like to support The End at the End, you can become a patron at patreon.com/endattheend.
See our stupid faces.
Yeah, see the stupid faces, see the stupid things, and hear the stupid voices. Go to bit.ly/humble while shopping at humblebundle.com in order to buy yourself something fancy and help us keep the lights on. Thanks for joining us around our proverbial podcast table. And, hey, fucking grab your sword and keep on adventure. We'll be back Monday. Bye.